Hi guys, we were just here yesterday, but we're back again. Welcome to AnimeInkArt Live Talks. I'm your host Lizzie, and I hope you guys had a good start to the week. Like I said yesterday, it's Monday now, but it's okay. We're almost done with Monday. The rest of the week will go smooth. So I hope you guys are having a good night so far. Welcome to AnimeInkArt Live Talks, where we talk with different creators in the community about their journey in content creation and how we can support each other better in the community. So let's get a few other people in here before we start and get us started and everything like that. So today we have very special guest, Teira.Artbrook. They are a visual storyteller. They're an amazing artist. They do digital and traditional art. They have 3 comics out on Webtoon and I don't want to mispronounce the other name. Tapa? I believe it's Tapa. I believe it's Tapa. So yes, let's get this show started and let's introduce our guest. Hello. How are you?
Good, thanks.
That's good. How was your Monday so far?
It was pretty chill.
That's good. That's good. And I just wanted to say thanks for reaching out to want to be part of the show and for agreeing to be on the show. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And I know for like it can be nerve wracking to do like live, but don't worry, you're in good hands. So for those who may not know who you are, introduce yourself and what you do.
Okay, I'm Tira and I am located in the Queens, New York area. I am an artist and I've mostly vended.
Hmm?
I haven't done anything like big, mostly just did events. And I do comics as well. I have 3 different comics out right now. One is finished,
Hmm.
which is on Tapas, called the Media Queen Project. And the one I'm working on now is called Space Farmer Fen, which just recently got featured on Webtoon for Black History Month.
Hmm.
And another one I'm working on right now is about uh, different people in parallel worlds. So,
That's awesome. And hello, everybody joining in. They're coming to support. Hi, Coach. Thanks for subscribing to me. I just saw you subscribe to me today. I appreciate that. And first, we're going to start off with what inspired you to start drawing? How long have you been drawing for?
oh, I've been drawing since I was old enough to pick up a pencil. And I would make these little storybooks out of like copy paper and staple them together. You ever heard of Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah,
I used to make little story adventures about him, and I would give him siblings. I would make these books out of marker and stuff.
yeah.
Since I was like very little, I like storytelling.
That's awesome. And I wanted to say, what was the process like, over the years, like building your personal style? Because I love how like whimsical and detailed and just colorful all of your work is.
My process, you said?
Yeah.
Um, like what do you mean? Like, can you be a little
No, no,
specific?
yeah, you're good. Like, just what did you do to like find your personal style? Because you know how every artist has like their own style, and I like your particular art style.
Hmm. I don't know. I guess mixing up the things that I was inspired by and just doing my own little thing. Like I'm heavily inspired by stuff like Final Fantasy and manga, of course. I have a ton of manga, so I would just look at those and just do my own thing with it.
Yeah, that's definitely that's awesome. And I wanted to say, what got you into? Oh, so I know you do traditional and digital art. Which one did you start off with? Because I know for me, I started off with traditional art, and that's what I like to do. But some people start with traditional art and then they go to digital art. What was your transition like? What did you start with traditional art or did you do digital art?
I started traditional.
That's awesome. And what got you into digital art as well?
Just seeing the different artists online doing all these wonderful things with the digital programs, and like I wanted to do that too. So I was just inspired by all that.
That's awesome.
Especially during the Deviant Art days, I was heavily inspired by the stuff I saw on Deviant Art.
No, yeah, I definitely, yeah, DeviantArt is definitely a good inspiration, and Pinterest as well.
Yeah.
And I see that you have a lot of original characters that you've created, and I wanted to say, do you have a favorite original character that you've created?
Tira, the one with the lilac hair, the light purple hair, her.
Hmm. And why do you like her as like her so like what for people that may not know her backstory? If you want to share a little bit on her backstory.
Well, she was originally created while I was playing Final Fantasy 14. I got the idea from that game, which I still play, and I just kind of over time turned her into my own character, like in my own stories, and I just fleshed her out some more, like
Yeah.
away from Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I know for a lot of people sometimes like especially with that character, like you have like a lot sometimes you do revisions, sometimes you add more to the story. Has that been like something that you've done over the years as you've like built up her character?
Yeah, like I've given her like in the story I'm doing now with the parallel worlds. She's a main character, and I've kind of like given her her own story and her own background. I don't want to say too much, but she
Yeah.
has like there's a certain mystery to her now. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I wanted to talk about one of the first project comics that you made this on Tapas and Webtoons, which was the Meteor Queen project. So,
Mhm.
what inspired you to create this story?
Well, it was during the pandemic for sure, and I was like really into The Walking Dead at the time,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make a story like kind of like The Walking Dead, and but with aliens.
Mhm.
And so I just started writing about this guy and aliens, and I wanted it to be scary and gory.
That's awesome. And I wanted to say, for those that may not know what the story is about, like just give like a basic synopsis. You don't have to spoil too much about the story for people that may want to go and read it.
It's a guy named Leo who he graduated from this academy to be a medic, and he got this job one day, and he's going off to that job on the spaceship, to start his work as a medic.
Mhm.
Gets there, it's not what he expects, and it is pretty disturbing what he sees, him and the others.
Mhm.
So it gets kind of violent and gory, gruesome, and now he has to figure out his way out along with these other survivors. So it's like The Walking Dead and Resident Evil, but in outer space, basically.
Mm. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. And definitely, I'll put the webtoon link in the chat in a little bit.
It's only on Tapas, so it's not on Webtoon.
Oh, okay. Tap. Yes, I remember it's on Tapas. So yeah, I'll definitely put the link in like the bio and everything like that.
Thank
You're welcome. And I just wanted to ask, what inspired you to share your work online? Because I know for a lot of artists, they do their own thing outside of social media. Whether it's vending or the digital art and everything like that, and then they decide to make the jump to share it on social media. What was your push to start sharing it on social media?
you. Well, I didn't want to keep it to myself anymore. I wanted to share my stuff for the world, and I guess to get a reaction out of people with my
Yeah.
work.
Hmm. No, yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense because it's just like your work is amazing and people need to see it, especially like how you have like a lot of like sci-fi and horror and like parallel like universes and stuff like that. It's really cool to see. And I wanted to say, um, how was it growing up for you as as we call it, black nerds or a blurred, and how do you feel now that you not only get to make your own comics, as a black nerd, but you get to see other people in the community, get to interact with people that also do the same art that you love to do as well.
I think it's a great thing seeing other people's original stuff. I love it. I love going on people's pages and seeing, you know, what they've created out of their heads. I prefer seeing original work more than like fan art, like, you know. like the
Yeah, yeah.
race fan art. I find original stuff more impressive,
Oh
and I
yeah.
like seeing, I like seeing our people, being creative like that.
Yeah, it's definitely true. And you got your good friends here supporting you right now.
Jesus, oh hi.
Just wanted to show you. They're And I wanted to say, um, what got you into vending? Because I know for some people, sometimes it takes them a while before they end up vending and going to different events. So for you, what was that process like for your first event? Because I know for me, when I did my first vending event, is somebody suggested it to me, and I was like, oh well, this is cool. I never actually sold anything, but I'll try to do it. So what was your push to start vending?
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes like promoting your stuff online can be frustrating after a while.
Hmm.
'Cause, the algorithm kind of sucks for some sites.
Yeah,
It does. These
yeah.
websites suck when it comes to sharing your stuff. So I was thinking to myself, what if I, went out, went out and promote my stuff in person.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I know you're in the NYC area, and you also got to do some events with WINC NYC.
Yeah,
You've done a few events, and how did you learn about like that company and their different events, and how has it been so far?
a close friend of mine sent me a link to an event a couple of years ago that they were having. I was like, it's here in Queens, so let me try it. And yeah, so it was a close friend of mine who told me about the event. She sent me the link and everything, and that's how I learned about Regine and what she has done in her little organization, which is great. I think the message behind it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's definitely true. And I also want to congratulate you because I saw that you had one of your first exhibits not too long ago, and
Yeah,
I wanted you to share how that experience was. Like, were there any learning curves compared to doing like a regular event, and what did you gain from that experience?
honestly, I was shocked because I never thought that my kind of work would be like, for an exhibit. I always thought exhibits were for like artsy type of stuff, like stuff that's like really Afrocentric, which I don't think my stuff is Afrocentric, to be
Mhm.
honest. But then the theme was comics in the city. I said, "Oh, comics, that's right up my alley." So I tried it and I got in, and I was really happy. And I got to meet other creators, and I asked them questions. They asked me questions, which I love. I love being asked questions about what I do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's always nice to do an exhibit just to like get the experience because you get to see other people's work and then they get to like comment on your work. You get to network. It's really cool as an artist because sometimes like we can be shy, like we don't really we don't really interact until we have those experiences. So it's like it's really nice to have that like exhibit experience.
Have you ever been in an exhibit or?
I did one exhibit in New York. I don't know how I know I did like a billboard thing, but like I don't know how they found me exactly. But it was like a mixed media. So for some exhibitions they want like a particular like genre and stuff like that, or like like more abstract. But this one is like you could do any type of art, it's like digital, physical, and everything like that. So it was somewhere in Brooklyn. So I did it about 2 years ago.
Okay, what was the theme?
The theme was, I can't remember what the theme was or if they had a theme. I remember it was in March, but like it was all different types of artwork and like you could sell your artwork. So we just had to figure out like a price and everything, and they gave us like a certain amount of pieces and like a wall space. It was pretty cool. Like they had like a upstairs and like a downstairs. It wasn't like a big space, but it was like a cozy little space because they just started like this like process. This like particular one is from a certain curator that does like bigger events, but they wanted to do another event to like host all different type of artists that may not get into like traditional exhibitions. So it was like a smaller venue, but it was pretty nice, and all the people were nice over there.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. And I also want to talk about Space Farmer Fen, and and how did you come up with that concept. I think it's cool. I haven't seen people do much with like, like farming and like space and everything like that. I like how you combine the two, and like for people that may not know about the story and you building it, like what it's about and what inspired you to create the story.
Well, the main character, he's based off my cousin.
Oh, really?
Because one day I asked him to send me pictures of his face, like facial features, and he gave them to me, and he's basically he's basically the muse for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically about this guy. He's introverted, a farmer,
Mm-hmm.
and he plans his farm out in outer space. Oops. Hello? Okay.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Okay.
So he goes up into outer space to start his little space farm. And he mainly does produce, but there's a typical plant. There's a plant in particular that he grows.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a certain, herb that,
Mm-hmm.
that people like. And so one day this space pirate gets a hold of it, and now he's obsessed with the herb, and now he invites Fen to like have like a little business deal about the herb, but Fen declines because he doesn't want to share his profits with anybody. So now the pirates want to kill him and take
Yeah.
everything he has. So now he's on this wacky adventure to try to escape the pirate ship. So basically, it's a wacky sci-fi adventure. It's nothing to be taken seriously. Basically, I just wanted to write a wacky sci-fi story.
And I would say, does that help with like your creativity, like your creative process compared to like the other two stories that comics that you have right now?
Did it help? You say?
Yeah, did it help? Like was it like just like a fun one where you could just like do anything and like just come up with anything creatively? Like that's
Oh yeah,
it.
yeah.
And what was like your favorite process or your favorite process of making this story?
My favorite process,
Mm-hmm.
probably doing the under sketches. Yeah, the under sketches, I guess, and coloring.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the line art is kind of mainly the under sketches and the coloring.
Yeah,
'Cause I
every
like outer space stuff. I like outer space. I'm a sci-fi enthusiast, so
Yeah, I mean everybody every artist got their favorite thing. Some people like line art. I know that sounds crazy. Some people like line art. Some people like the penciling process. Some people like the color. Everybody got like their specific like that they love.
yeah.
That's awesome. And also, how was your experience last year at Big's Brooklyn?
Where?
Big's Brooklyn?
Where is that?
Oh, it's one of the events that you did at Big's Brooklyn, the Independent Comics Showcase.
Oh, that was last year or the year before.
Yeah, the year before.
That one was all right. I didn't get much out of that one. It was okay.
All right, that's
I'm being
good.
honest. It was all right.
No,
I
yeah.
don't think I go back though.
No, yeah, it's fine. Um, for people that may not know, I always like to ask artists like, um, what has helped them navigate like vending and figuring out what type of events are for them. Because like when you apply for artist alleys and stuff like that, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. So I just wanted you to share your experience with like vending and going to different events.
Research, watching videos online, reading, uh, just seeing what other people do for their events, for their like tables and stuff, and what sells, what doesn't sell, that sort of thing.
Yeah. That's definitely true. And I know you recently just started your Kofi where you sell like your stickers and your different things. And
Yeah.
how for people who may not know how they can support that, just let us know. And if you have any stickers you want to show us, or what got you into
Yeah.
like the sticker process.
I think they're fun. Here's one. They're fun. They can be a little frustrating to make, but I think they're fun to do.
Yeah, that's cute. I like those.
Here's another one.
That's cute.
Yeah, they're fun to do.
That's awesome. And for those that want to support, I'll definitely like send the link for that as well. But how has it been having the Kofi and being able to do that?
I've had that Kofi for quite a while, since like during the pandemic, I think.
Yeah.
It's been good. I've had like one solid supporter on there, and I appreciate them a lot.
I
I mean,
definitely,
there's been others, but there's this
yeah.
one certain guy. Like he'll commission me. He commissioned me all last year or the year before, and I appreciate them. I mean, I appreciate all of them really. Whoever donates.
Yeah, that's true. And for those that may want commissions from you, what's your process for people that want to commission
I'm not really open for commissions right at the moment.
you? Okay.
And I mean, honest with you, I'm kind of picky when it comes to commissions. Like,
Hmm.
I have to like your idea in order for me to work on it. It doesn't matter how much you're offering me. If I don't like your idea, I'm not gonna do it.
Makes sense. No, yeah, it makes sense. Sometimes it's like you have to make sure that you're able to
Put
be
passion
into
into it.
the passion into it because that's the only way that like it will work out. Yeah, that makes sense. And and I wanted to ask also this was like 2 years ago when you went to the holiday market. How was the holiday market for you?
Um, I mean, I had a good time. My brother was with me. He was helping. He always helps me when he was here. It was a good time. I sold a few things. Yeah. Oh, spoke with other creators.
Hmm. That's awesome. And I wanted to ask because I've always known about like Webtoon and some of the other services where you can put your comics, but I haven't heard about Tapas as much. How did you find out about Tapas to put as another option to put your comic on?
It was originally called something else a long time ago. I forgot the name, but I don't know. I just like the platform. I like the structure of the platform. Like it didn't have to be what do you call it? Like vertical.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm.
I'm not a big fan of vertical comics. To be honest, I'm old fashioned. I guess I like the regular page comics. So,
No, yeah, I do too. It's just something about it that makes it more, I don't know, authentic, probably most likely.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And I would say I know you do digital and traditional, but do you have a favorite? Do you like digital more or do you like traditional more? I like to ask this question because sometimes it's hard.
I don't know. I don't know. I like both. Although digital could be a little more convenient in
Mm,
certain ways. And then, they have their pros and cons, but digital can be a little more convenient.
mm,
But I like to switch it up.
mm.
I don't like doing digital all the time.
Yeah.
And I also like, when it comes to traditional, I like working with like watercolor pens.
Mhm.
Those are really fun to use.
Yeah, they can be really fun to use, and you use them well. I like how you do like the shading and everything like that. It just I can tell that like you're really into like the sci-fi and like and like the super and like the whimsy of it all because it's just I just feel like I'm getting teleported to a different realm every time every time I look at your
I appreciate that. I like that. Thank you.
You're welcome. What I'm trying to say, like, seeing your art style, it makes sense the type of stories you create because the art you're able to tell those stories. That's what I mean.
Wow, no one's ever said that. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's probably like the artist in me, even though I do multiple things. It's like you know how artists like a little extra, like we just say a little extra thing about somebody else's work when we see it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I also wanted to talk about the for the picture that you gave me for this show, the Keeper's Realm. You have chapter one's out and you're working on chapter two. So for people
Yeah.
that don't know, it's also up on Kofi and it's free to read as well. So for those that may not know about the story, you can share about it now, what it's about, and what inspired you to create the story.
Well, it's about, these people in parallel worlds that are alike yet different at the same time. And the girl on the cover, Tira, she is the main character of one world, the desert kind of world.
Mm,
And then there's another main character that you meet later on, and then they kind of connect because there's a certain aspect about them that they have in common,
mm,
and they use that to stop
mm,
a threat, basically.
mm,
And I was heavily inspired by, like I said earlier, Final Fantasy,
mm,
Star Wars,
mm.
stuff like that. Yeah.
It's awesome. And how is work on chapter 2 going so far?
Oh, it's been good. Now that I've been doing like thumbnails,
Mm-hmm.
it goes a lot smoother. Let me show you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did thumbnails last month for chapter 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it. It just makes doing the pages
A
a lot
little bit. A little
easier.
bit. Yeah, I've seen a little bit, yeah. And I remember seeing like when you did the digital line art for some of the pages, like I saw the process, like the process post that you made.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like it's going pretty well and everything like that.
Yep. Oh, I forgot. Oh, chapter 1 is also in print. I got it in print last year.
Yes, it looks very good. I saw a picture of it on your page as well. It's
Oh,
a
you did?
re- yeah, it's a really nice cover. I really like when you gave me the picture, I was like, this is a really nice picture.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. And also, every once in a while, you get to go to conventions and you get to cosplay as well. So how has that been for you to go to conventions, especially like on the artist side, like being an artist but getting to cosplay and going to conventions as well.
I'm not that much of a big cosplayer anymore. I'll do it like from time to time. Plus, when it comes to cosplay, I'm kind of lazy. It has to be kind of like done already for me to just throw it on. I can't, and I suck at sewing, so like, yeah, I'm not much of. It has to be an easy cosplay for me to pull off. But
No,
like,
yeah.
as for like conventions, like I know we're going to Anime Boston in April.
Mm-hmm.
My friends, we work the con. We're staff.
Mm.
Staff.
Okay.
We don't really like go to panels and stuff. We like to work the con because it gives like good perks.
No, yeah, I've always heard, and I know for BlurCon, I know some of the people that work at staff, like for gaming and everything. Shout out to Navy Montel. He always talks about being a volunteer because like they need the help, and then like you get perks of like being a volunteer at the con. So
And then you mentioned something about art and conventions.
yeah.
I haven't really like I've wanted to like apply, but
Hmm.
these cons are so expensive,
Yeah.
and I don't think I have enough like inventory to like sell. So it kind of like I get discouraged.
Hmm.
So yeah, I haven't really tried yet.
No, yeah, I 100% understand because even though I've tried to delve that route, I also feel that way sometimes, especially when life is lifing and you don't have all the inventory as yet. Compared to some artists that have, you've seen it, and I have vendor friends that have like double tables and all this stuff, and you're looking at your table, you're like, ah, you know. But, well, nowadays they have like first time conventions. Sometimes that helps get us out there, and then afterwards they see that you keep doing those consistently, and then you start building inventory like that. So it like what I mean is like we always start somewhere. Because when I started, like I only got accepted to like smaller cons, or cons. I live in New Jersey, or like sometimes like the ones in the other state accept you more than in your state when you start sometimes. So at least for me, like everybody has it differently depending on like their art and like their process. But I think when you do get the courage to like do like the conventions, I think you'll definitely have a good show.
Which events have you done?
So I've done like some smaller events. I did get accepted to AwesomeCon. I couldn't do it that time. I've been to Philly OtakuCon. I've been to Thai Geekdom. Not gonna bring that convention up again now, but I mean, it was good for what it was. Yeah, so it's like Philly Con, that con. I was planning to do J1C Con, so it's like those cons, and I've applied to other cons like CPAC and Kagara Con, and not Anime NYC yet because of the table price, but eventually, eventually, and I've applied to things like MomoCon and Blurred Con and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
was thinking of BlurredCon.
Yeah. So yeah, there's also like other smaller cons that are popping up right now that like is good for us that's starting out or doing wanting to do more to like join. And like there's also one in New Jersey called Anime NJ Plus Plus. I've been doing it since they started. It's their third year. So yeah, there's a lot of like bigger and smaller cons. So there's opportunities for everybody depending on what stage they're at. So that's the good part compared to like in the past when we didn't have like smaller conventions and it was just all the big conventions. So we're all just like I don't know if I can.
Well, that's good that there's smaller, there's conventions that are willing to take smaller creators.
Yeah, of course. And I would say, have you ever dealt with like being overwhelmed, like doing all the work that you're doing with your comics or just drawing and or imposter syndrome, or what are things that you do to try to overcome those things?
Yeah, there are times where I like feel burnt out and I just take a break.
Hmm.
Game, mostly game, or read a book.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. It's especially just good to have like just that little break just to keep you grounded so you can go back to the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And oh yeah, they still need their hard copy of the keeper stuff.
My hard copy.
And I wanted to ask, what are some of the goals that you have for yourself as for what you're doing right now? Whether it's your comics, whether it's just your art in general, it could be long term or short term.
Well, I would love to finish Space Farmer Fen this year. I would love to do at least get up to chapter 4 in the Keeper's Realms. And I kind of want to make a little art book um, with like sketches and stuff. I was thinking about that.
That would be pretty cool because I do see on your page that like not only do you show like the digital process for the comics, you have a lot of like different sketches in your sketchbook.
Yeah.
And one is because I know every artist is different. Some people don't ever show their sketches, but some people like to show their sketches. What inspired you to start showing people like like the pages in your sketchbook? Because I like that. It's kind of just like you get to see the process a little bit.
I guess because online is so saturated with like digital stuff. It's kind of rare to see like traditional, you know.
Hmm.
And I guess I guess like it's different from my traditional stuff could be a little different from the digital.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I also like, I don't mind showing people how I color or sketch.
Hmm. And definitely from the audience, it seems like they definitely want to see more. So definitely looking forward to it in the future. And I would say for each of the series that you're working on that's already out, do you have a favorite character for each one, or maybe love interest, or whatever the case may be for your stories?
In Space Farmer Fan, I like Lorenzo, the robot, the cowboy robot. I like
Mm-hmm.
drawing him. And he's like the opposite of Fan. He's more like extroverted.
Mm-hmm.
So he's fun to draw. He's fun. And what's the other Meteor Queen Project? I like God, what's his name? Claude.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, Claude is actually based off of Leon from Resident Evil.
Mm.
I mean,
That's interesting.
you can kind of see it in his hairstyle.
Yeah. No, yeah, that is true. I did see the character. I was like, yeah, yeah, I can see.
So yeah, Claude and a Meteor Queen Project and For keepers, the keepers realms, I'm not sure yet. Probably probably Tira for right now. I just like her design.
Mm-hmm. He's like, "Clone." And that is true. I do like seeing the art process as well.
What?
Wait, I love the support in the chat right now. And I wanted to ask one question I asked is about support in the blurred community. I asked, what do we do well to support each other? What are some things that we can do to better support each other? I asked this question because I have different creators on the show, whether they're artists or however they are in the space. They have a different answer to the question.
Well, if it hasn't been done already, I think someone should make like a big directory, like a big website full of creators,
Mm-hmm.
our skin tone, like
Yeah.
post their links and stuff to their pages. Because on social media, it can be hard to find us.
Yeah.
It's the algorithm.
Yeah, and especially I would especially like to see that for artists because I tell people all the time, like, yes, they hide most of us, whether you're an artist or not, but they tend to hide artists the most. And I keep telling people that it's because like it takes a while to create the art. So it's like it's not like we can post like there's not like you can post that as much as like some people doing skits or
Or
people
twerk.
doing yeah or twerking or like dance videos. You get what I'm saying? Like dance videos, skits, or even just like gaming content. I feel like it takes a little bit less time to do those things than it does to like draw it. Then you have to figure out how to promote it, and sometimes it's like it takes unless you're on a editing software or like Procreate, you can't always do a speed draw because people like the speed draw, but you can't always do that, and you have to get extra creative. But then Instagram or wherever they're like, you have to make reels, or but we want to show pictures, but then sometimes the pictures are good. Not really sometimes if they don't want to if they don't
Yeah.
pursue. So it can be hard sometimes. So I definitely would like to see like a black art directory, like different, like whether you have a comic or just I don't know, like because a lot of people still have their deviant art, like their portfolio pages. Like that would be pretty cool, like just to have that in one big place so that people can support all of those artists. So
And not just artists, like writers.
yeah, writers and like other businesses and stuff like that. Like just one big directory. Because I have seen like smaller groups try to do that. Shout out to Midnight Comics, and there's like some other indie publishing. I know they did like what's the word? I guess you can say well, they're doing an omnibus of all their stories, but they had like a big Kickstarter with like different comics from like multiple indie comic creators. Like I've seen things like that, but it's always like a particular set. It's never like like from multiple genres, like artists, businesses, creators. Like it would be nice to have all of that. So.
Yeah, it would be nice. It'd be easier too, like to find people.
Yeah, because it'll just be like, when you look at a business directory or back in the day, the yellow pages, and you
Oh
just go,
yeah.
you'll just go down the line and do it. So it would be cool to see that. And I wanted to ask, so for what has this journey, making your own comics, doing art, how has it helped you as a person? It could be, mentally learning new skills, how it's helped you.
It's helped me to become more consistent,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like focused. And it has helped me to like want to read more,
Mm-hmm.
more,
Mm-hmm.
not just manga, but like other types of books.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that good?
No,
Is it
yeah,
good?
that's
I
just,
don't know, like
no, yeah, because it's your answer, so it's definitely a good answer. But it makes sense. Like that those are very valid ways of how it can help you as an artist. So
Hmm.
try to. Oh, nice. They're saying how you drew their profile pic.
Oh yeah.
And I know that you're, into sci-fi and like alternate dimensions and everything like that. So I just want for people that may not know how long you've been into those things. How long have you been into that? What are some of your inspirations from that genre that inspire, your artwork?
Well, since I was like really young, I used to be like into. I grew up on anime, and I used to watch stuff like Sailor Moon and Ronin Warriors growing up, and I would watch my uncle play video games at a young age. That was also video games were also inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, and like Star Wars, I got into that at a young age too.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like the stuff my uncle watched, I would too. I would consume that, and I got inspired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely true. And I wanted to ask also I like the comment.
Don't forget your great sense of. I don't always have the best sense of humor. I mean, I could be a little sarcastic sometimes, like with my friends.
Well, they're your hype people, so I love
I
that.
appreciate them.
And I wanted to ask for your stories because you were touching a little bit on like the inspirations for like a lot of the characters, but I wanted to give you that time now to share like all those like inspirations that you have for like the different stories because I know like I heard like Final Fantasy, Star Wars, but like if you want to go into like the different comics and like what were the the pop culture or like references that were inspired for a lot of the different characters in each comic.
Um, well, with the Media Queen project, like I said earlier, like The Walking Dead and Resident Evil was a big one for me.
Hmm.
Um, Space Farmer Fen was just like a wacky. I wanted to do a wacky outer space adventure. I guess Star Wars comes to play with that,
Yeah.
and with the Keeper's Realms, Final Fantasy.
Hmm.
I mean that's basically it.
And definitely you mentioned Final Fantasy, because everybody has like a favorite series, and like, what about Final Fantasy like caught your attention growing up that like is always carried with you, throughout your artwork, the inspirations for stories and everything like that.
They're very story heavy. So
Hmm.
I got exposed to it very young, and my first Final Fantasy was 7, which to this day is still my favorite. I was heavily engrossed in the storyline and the gameplay, and I also got things from that and incorporated into my art as well, like my little stories and whatnot growing up.
Yeah. And Aki asks, who is your favorite Star Wars character?
And my favorite Star Wars character. I don't know. I don't know if I have one. I mean, they're all interesting in their own little way.
I mean, it was a good question to ask. 'Cause like some people know right away, and some people are just like, well, they're all good characters. Well, I do agree. There's a lot of good characters. Sometimes it's hard to choose one. And I wanted to ask, when it comes to some of the commission work that you have done in the past, do you have a favorite one that you've done in the past?
Probably anything like Star Wars related, they would request that I would like doing, that I would like to do for them.
Mm,
Yeah, so basically anything Star Wars related that they requested, I enjoy doing.
okay. That's awesome. And when it comes to your sketchbook drawings, What's your favorite like medium, or like, whether it's the coloring part or just the pens that you use? What's like your favorite medium that you like to use when you're sketching?
The mechanical pencil.
I mean, it is pretty convenient to use a mechanical pens
I
compared
like
to
to
the
shade with it.
yeah. I like the with a mechanical pencil. Sometimes the eraser and just like the ease of it, you don't have to worry about sharpening as much. It's a
Right.
sharpening for me for the regular graphite pencil.
Have you ever used Copics?
Yes, I've used compass for like the skin tones. I'm still delving into using like for the line art because I saw that they have like the pens for it, and I never used the pens. I've used a different type, but I'm kind of considering experimenting with it. I just need the right paper because I have like a certain sketchbook. I'm not sure if it's gonna take well to that sketchbook. I'm gonna ask for a different sketchbook.
Is it like soft, like thin?
It's not thin, but it's like a mixed media one.
Oh,
And I know they say sometimes with the mixed media one, just get the right one so that it doesn't bleed through with the Copic. So I'm just like making sure, or I was gonna ask them to check to see if that's the right one. So far, it hasn't like bled through too much, but like I haven't used Copics. I don't know how it's gonna take to the Copics. I just have to experiment first and then go from there.
usually Bristol board is like the best kind of paper for like Copics.
That's what I saw when I was researching it. So I was actually going to order some or go to the nearest store and get it. So yeah. And thank you for the suggestion.
You're welcome.
And I want to say, how was your trip to Tokyo? Because I saw you went to Tokyo not like a year or so back.
It was amazing. The flight was kind of long and kind of like exhausting.
Hmm.
I landed. It was like, yay, I'm in Japan. Oh, the customs part, like you go through customs, was kind of a chore. It was kind of annoying, but after that, it was pretty great.
That's
I
awesome.
learned a lot. I got lost,
Hmm.
and I did speak to some locals in Japanese with very little Japanese that I know.
Hmm.
But I got around fine. I took pictures. I ate the food. The food was great.
Hmm.
Shopped at Don what is it? Don Quixote. That's like a
Hmm.
big chain. It's like the Japanese dollar store kind of thing.
Hmm.
It was great, and I got to see Mount Fuji. I went to Kyoto. I went to the temples. I love Kamakura. Kamakura is like an hour away from Tokyo.
Hmm.
Love it there. I saw the giant Buddha statue. It was
Hmm.
great. I want to go back so bad.
I know for me, like I really want to go. That's on my bucket list. So hopefully, if it's not this year, hopefully in the next few years I'll be able to go. I just gotta save up for it.
Go at least once in your life.
Yes, I feel like for a lot of us that's like a once in a lifetime trip, and I feel like as an artist too, it's just like all the scenery there. Like I just getting to see it and maybe just like get inspiration from it. That's the other thing about it, like that I love.
Yeah. Not just the anime stuff, but like
No, but just like the aesthetics of some of the like the cities I've seen and like the temples and just
right.
like and like I believe they have like the volcanoes, yes, but like different areas. I even heard they had a desert, but I don't know where exactly that is. You
A
know?
desert?
Like a desert area? I can't remember.
Really?
I think so. I have to research it because I don't want to sound slow if I'm wrong, but I believe they said they have one.
That's interesting.
Yeah, of course. And I wanted to ask for some people like in their journey they're not sure which direction to go, but like getting support from their community kind of reminds them of, you know, why they're doing what they're doing. And have you had experiences like that, whether it's at a convention, not well, at an event, or just like, you know, online, people that you interacted with that kind of remind you like, okay, this is what I'm meant to do, even if you don't know which direction to take it?
I don't really get a lot of interactions online
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm.
I'm not sure how to answer that. Like, how would I inspire others, or how?
Or just like if you've gotten encouraging words or like like that type of thing that kind of just reminds you of like I'm gonna keep going even if I don't know where to go with like the different projects and stuff like that.
I guess the inspiration from like people liking my stuff, my comics, like their comment. Like I've seen comments on my comics and stuff like that, and it inspires me to keep going. That sort of thing, and also with the commissions, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, yeah, definitely. They were saying with Tokyo, you got to do it once for sure. That's definitely true. And one of the last questions I'll ask is just, um, sorry, I had it,
Yeah.
but I forgot. I would say for your stories going forward, like any future stories that you create, is there any particular genre or like type of storyline that you want to delve into that you haven't delved into yet that you would want to in the future?
There is an idea I have about like a fighting tournament type thing,
Mm,
like a brutal fighting tournament, and I had this idea about like an inmate trying to win her freedom through this
mm,
tournament.
yeah.
Off some people to do it. This tournament.
I
Yeah,
mean,
my stuff is not for kids. I'm sorry. My stuff is like it has a lot of adult themes.
yeah.
I'm just not for kids. My story's not for kids.
No, but that's fair. Particularly like Resident Evil is not for kids. Final Fantasy, I mean, like, yeah, it's like in between, like not like little children, you know what I mean? But like a lot of the inspirations, it's definitely not for kids, and maybe like for like teenager and up. But it makes sense. It makes sense. But like even with the artwork is like being that it's not like exactly for kids, you can just really like go all out and just like be as detailed as possible, whether it's the gore, whether it's the action, whatever the case
Yeah,
may be. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm gonna offend somebody. It's like,
I don't try to think about offending anybody.
yeah,
I don't care if I do really.
yeah,
Draw what I want, and if people like it, cool. If they don't like it, that's fine too.
yeah. That's fair. Yeah, that's definitely fair. The comments battle circle vibe when the prison is taken.
I'm going crazy.
And then Aki said, "Bring the gun."
That's
Wait,
inmate freedom power. Y'all are nuts.
but I mean, like the idea that you have definitely sounds interesting. So whenever you do get to it, definitely I'll support it. I'll see what it's about. So that would be awesome. And again, I definitely just wanted to thank you for coming on the show. Hopefully, you had a good time. Hopefully, you enjoyed yourself.
Oh yeah, this was great.
And I just wanted to give you the time now for to plug in where you want people to follow you, where you want people to read your comics that are out, and just keep updated with new chapters of everything.
Well, my main platform is Instagram. It's Teira.Artbrook. I also have my personal website, which is plugged onto my profile as well. And all my comics and stuff is either on Tapas and Webtoon, and then my personal one, The Keeper's Realm, is on Ko-fi. And also later this month, I'll be vending for Virtuous Con. I'm a vendor.
Oh, I'm a vendor.
You are? Oh, nice.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Congratulations.
I think the idea of a virtual like virtual convention is great. There should be more of those.
Yeah, there should. I'm excited to know how it's gonna work because
Me too.
I'm waiting for the link for it. So, and you're welcome. But yeah, definitely. I want to thank. Well, first off, thanks to everybody that came to support you. It was definitely awesome to see the interaction. Thanks for supporting as always, the show. I really do appreciate it. So, for those that may not know what I do outside of the show, hi, my name is Lizzie. Since 2021, that's this name, this brand that I've had. I also draw, but I've done multiple things. I'm getting back into the drawing side of things, but I do traditional art. I digitally edit around my traditional art, so it's kind of like a mixed media style. I have my art on the portfolio on the AnimeInkArt page where I promoted the show, as well as I do commissions. So if you want commissions, I have the form there as well. So that's how I started, and I trying to vend as well a little bit more also, but also it's kind of expanded to like cosplay when I get a chance. It's also expanded to doing the podcasting when I get the chance. It's also expanded to just multiple things. And shout out to Otaku Noir because we were the cosplay model for their. They do mystery boxes for the blurred community. So they do really cool things. They collaborate with artists and different businesses to bring cool products to their boxes as well. And if you use code AnimeInkArt, you'll get free shipping off of your order. Shout out to Blurs Unite. We got the opportunity grant from them. We were able to do like podcast stuff with them through the Block Party Unite last year. If you want to be part of the show, definitely click the link in the bio. We do open calls sometimes. We're booked for this month for the most part, but if you still want to be part of the show, it'll be like March and onwards. We will be at BlurCon, not vending, but we'll be cosplaying. I won't share that yet. But if you join the broadcast channel, I give updates on that and everything like that. And happy Black History Month, everybody. Looking forward to it, especially for AnimeInkArt Live Talks and getting us to support the community because that's part of my mission statement to support the community while I'm doing my own thing. So if you want to see the art or you want to see the cosplay, you want to keep supporting the shows, just support AnimeInkArt 1. That's the main page. That's like Instagram's my main platform. I am on TikTok. I'm just taking a break from TikTok. a
I don't blame you.
a lot of things going on with TikTok.
Yeah.
So, and I'm getting notifications for whatever reason. But whenever I get back, I'll get back. But definitely follow AnimeInkArt 1, AnimeInkArt Live 1 on Instagram. You'll have all the links there. And we're also on Facebook at AnimeInkArt 1. Thank you for subscribing. And also subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for getting us. I believe and I think we'll get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. I am manifesting it because I said I would get to 100 last month. We're almost there. So I really do appreciate it. And with that, we're going to sign out. So bye, guys. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.